Hey, my name is Magnus. I'm creative director of Hunt.
So, Magnus, talk about Hunt, because this game was called Horrors of the Gilded Age 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, a lot of things has happened. The game is basically not even the same anymore. We might share the name, but that's it. We have changed this game into a first-person multiplayer monster hunting game. So you and your buddy, you're going to team up. You're going to go out in an open-world sandbox environment. You're going to track down and kill monsters for gold. Now, the cool thing with our game is that it's 4 other teams doing the same thing. This is a 10-player PvP monster hunting game. Now, to throw in, to add to the tension to our game, we're throwing in a challenging AI cast as well, because our game really is about high-tension gameplay. This is where we're going off from the old game, which was more of a kind of a run-and-gun game. Our game is basically, in the core, it's a high-risk, high-reward gameplay. You dress up your guy before you go into the match. The more cooler stuff you do, the better off you are. If you die, all the stuff is gone forever, and you as well, right? So this is permadeath.
So talk about, you said it's multiple, it's 5 teams competing for the same objective, but there are also other ways to win as well. Like you can attack other teams, you can wait till the other team kills a monster and then kill them.
So our game is basically, there's like 3 phases in our game. It's the tracking period, where you're just trying to find a monster, and there's clues scattered around the map. Clues help you to narrow down the location, and once you get there, you can attack the monsters, or you can just wait for other people to do so, right? When you attack a monster and kill him, you need to banish him to get to the bounty. This is where the game completely swaps to a defensive mission. So everybody gets aware of where the boss is, it's get broadcasted across the map, and that becomes the hotspot of the game. This is why the game is called Showdown to begin with. This is where everybody collide, and there's of course different tactics, right? There's a timer that gets set off. Should you wait for the thing? Should you wait for other guys to come in? If you're second to the target, should you maybe create an ambush while the other guys are trying to get out of there? This is all kind of ways of dealing with this thing. Now, if you get away with a bounty, the game changes completely and the hunter becomes the hunted. This is where they are chasing you and you need to extract with the bounty.
So what were some of the inspirations in making this game? I feel a lot of Supernatural, the TV show Supernatural, when I watch it.
So the thing is, like, I don't want so much HUD. I want the game to speak to you. So we're removing as many HUD elements as possible. So as a hunter, you're special. You have a little bit of hell inside of you, right? And that allows you to see dark energy. And when the boss breaks through into our world, the fabric becomes a little bit, it breaks up and energy comes in. So you're homing in on bosses using a detective mode called Darksiders. But we're borrowing a lot from survival games here. I think if you're a survival game player who likes PvP, tense moments, you're going to like our game too. But it's a match. It's packed in a match-based format.
So are there classes in the game, or does your loadout determine your role?
Loadout determines your role, right? So we have, you don't even, so we don't do customization, but you get like 3 tiers of progression, where the first guys, we call them like the interns, John Wayne style. Then we have the cowboys, they're a bit more like Young Guns characters. And then in the end, you're the manhunters, they're like the swamp rats, right? So you will have a progression on what guys you can recruit. Because we basically recruit players and play with them.
Talk about how CryEngine, what's that open up for your team creatively and to help make this game a reality?
So our team is basically a mix of the Crysis team and Rise team. So we're using all the first-person shooting skills and everything we have built up, and all the features we have built up with CryEngine from the old days. And then we're trying to just use all the power we have from CryEngine 5 at this point.
When does the game come out and what platforms will it be on?
I can't really discuss it right now. That's something we're going to talk about after E3.
But just to remind people, so if you were looking for Hunt Horrors of the Gilded Age, this is now what the game has become. So it's still around.
Sorry?
So if you were looking forward to Hunt Horrors of the Gilded Age, the game is still around, but it's called Showdown now, Hunt Showdown.
Yes, but it's a very much different game. It's not the same game, but it's set in the same time and era and stuff like this, but our game is a much more PvP-centric game.
Thank you, Magnus. That's it.
Thank you.